Hey. It's Mike Duffy checking in from yeah, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, by the way. It's January 1st, 2024, 8:52 p.m. It's Mike here checking in from DontGetHacked.ca and MupoEntertainment.com. We're in my Mupo swag today. My daily live journal. So what do we do today? It's technically a holiday in Canada, but in Alberta where we live, but we did on-site service call this morning, added some training, and then I've been video editing. So why am I doing so much video editing? Because I shot so much content in 2023 that was never edited. So I just wrapped up season 2. I've done my podcast where I interview business owners. Business Speed Dating with MagicMike.com. I just finished season 2, so that's 26 episodes so far. I have a full season 3 to edit, and I have likely half of a season 4 to edit in preparation for getting to Dubai and meeting more business owners there and interviewing new business owners once I get to Dubai. So anyway, yeah, always editing. We're on our crunch time now. 14 days before we leave, soon to be 13 days before we leave. So got a lot of stuff to edit. Got a lot of training to do with my backup guys as well before I leave. So that's what we're doing today. Was a service call, and it was home theater troubleshooting. So yes, I've been troubleshooting home. We take care of computers, we take care of cybersecurity, we take care of your backups and your data management. All these different things that fall under technology services. Mike from Don't Get Hacked, technology consultant. That's what I do. So, regardless of what type of technology question you have, I have an answer for you. So, when you ask me if I can troubleshoot your home theater, not a problem. Super straightforward for people like me who've got a ton of experience with home theater and speakers and TVs and all the gadgets that you plug into TVs and speaker systems. It's just part of the game when you're dealing with computers is that you're going to run into home theater. And then if you're confident with your skills, you should be able to troubleshoot home theater. So that's what we do. So unfortunately for the person this morning, we were able to successfully troubleshoot his home receiver. He was using a Onkyo home receiver, told him he has to go buy a new one. So that's, you know, I've seen his home theater setup before. I know the gear is old, like gear that's circa 2009 to 2012, 2012, 2013, 2014. You're looking at equipment that's 10 years old. Sometimes unplugging stuff, sometimes trying new cables out fixes the problem, but you know what? Within under half an hour, we can troubleshoot exactly what the problem was. We were able to get a different speaker in there, verify that everything else is great. It's just the surround sound system, the speakers the customer has, that is the problem. So we are waiting for him to get himself a new receiver, and then we'll go back and hook up all the speakers and make sure everything works. The service calls tomorrow are different. 9 a.m. is another rack, another network rack where we're going to rewire it. So we're going to take some zip ties and we're going to make the thing look pretty and get rid of any cables that are not needed, shorten cables that are too long. That is type of consulting when you have data network racks, data racks. I can show you some pictures of some horrific looking data network racks. What are racks used for? They're used for organizing equipment into one secure storage unit. Pretty much. A rack is a storage unit. It can be a home theater rack for stereo equipment, TV equipment, et cetera, or it could be a network rack where you're going to be having your net router and your server maybe and switches and all the equipment that goes with your um, computer systems, network systems, all that type of stuff, right? So if you ever walk into fancy houses, someone's got a really nice home theater, they've probably got a rack sitting behind the TV or sitting in a closet. It's just a nice way to organize your really expensive equipment. out. Of course, organize it, label it, and it's really easy for doing maintenance when it's nice and clean and organized. If we ever see equipment where it's rat's nest of wiring, you know, it's just going to take longer to troubleshoot stuff that's unorganized and messy, realistically. So we have one of those tomorrow. And then Tuesday late morning is going to be a printer that's not printing properly. So customer says it's printing wavy lines. I don't know what that means. We could try resolving it remotely, but I have not seen him and his wife for a while. And my backup my backup technician needs to go meet everybody. So we're going to go troubleshoot a printer. And then there's a Windows 11 laptop to troubleshoot tomorrow. And then I'm still dealing with one specific customer who is locked out of her Apple ID account. So that is what Tuesday is shaping up to be. Network rack organization, printer troubleshooting, somebody who thinks her laptop doesn't work, and I bet it does work, but she's paying for an on-site service call. It will show up with a smile. And then the Apple ID one's been going on since October. This is why it's really critical if you are using cloud services, whether it's email or storage account like OneDrive or Dropbox or iCloud or like whatever online accounts you have. It's really, really imperative that you are testing your accounts out and verifying you have the proper password. I covered this on season 1, episode 9 of my technology show, Don't Get Hacked. Call me for help. If you're going to have digital accounts, if you're going to be having passwords for accounts, do some routine maintenance once or twice a year and go verify you actually know the passwords to all your accounts and you can actually log into things properly. Because not knowing your passwords for accounts is super frustrating. It's even more frustrating when you have somebody like me consulting and helping you try to get into your accounts and we can't get into your accounts because the passwords you have don't work and you've got 18 passwords written down for the same service because you don't actually test them out and you're just writing down new like it's just disorganization causes a lot of frustration. And then more billable time for any service contractor who's coming in to sort out your messes for you, right? So the Apple ID account, she was locked out of a couple accounts. I was able to get back into the Gmail account and added myself as a backup administrator, but the Apple ID account, it is just one of those messes where when you can't log into your Apple ID account, Apple's going to make you wait weeks, if not months. They say they're going to send you messages, and sometimes they do send you messages, but even if you follow all the instructions on those messages, does not mean you're going to be granted access back into your account. So I don't think she was hacked. I think it was just a matter of typing in the wrong password too many times and she locked down one of her phones. So yes, we're able to retrieve pictures. Yes, we can retrieve contacts, but anything else on that phone is locked to that phone. And she had to go get a new phone and set it up from scratch. And then we're not copying anything over except contacts. And those are going to be tied to a Gmail account rather than the iCloud account, because anything in that iCloud account we can't really access right now. It's just kind of a mess. So warning, if you're using Apple iCloud, make sure you got two-factor authentication turned on and also verify you're testing out your passwords on a, twice a year to verify you actually know what your passwords are for your accounts. It's really easy to get locked out of Apple, the Apple ID, and I've not really found a streamlined way to get people back into their systems unless they got two-factor turned on and unless they've got other devices that are successfully logged into Apple ID. This person only was using Apple ID on one device, so there's no way to recover it at the moment. And it got locked out in October, and now it's January. So anyway, yes, that is Tuesday in a nutshell. And yeah. We do troubleshoot home theater. If you didn't know, I actually have 2 company names I advertise under. I have the trade name of DontGetHacked.ca.com and .ae for the cybersecurity services. And then actually we also advertise under CanadaComputerHelp.ca just because when we're looking at people discovering us on Google and other online platforms, don't get hacked, Canada Computer Help comes up more frequent than the Don't Get Hacked services. However, Don't Get Hacked was the first choice of my name. And there's a long story behind it. And it's been removed off of Google Maps. And that's why we're using CanadaComputerHelp.ca for the local market when advertising on Google. But anyway, that's the Daily Journal for today. And I got to go back to continue editing season 3 of Business Speed Dating with MagicMike.com. I hope you enjoyed the live today, and I got to go back to work because we've got a really short time before we're flying off to Dubai. So have a good night. If you need any technology support, if you need any help with your podcast or developing a podcast, getting a podcast to air, contact us because producer from MupoEntertainment.com, and I can help you with all your podcasting needs.